What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Minecrafting Win, my final episode that I'll be doing. Today we're going to be covering the final part of Redstone. This will be, just tips and tricks. And yeah, that's basically it. That's the end of Minecrafting Win. Now, that's not the end of Minecraft videos from me. You'll see more in the future, but I'll have more on that in a different video. Oh, look, we've got some pigs out in the field. Die. There we go. So, are you serious? You're okay. Alright, so episode 9, finale, tips and tricks. Last episode we talked about the strange double door glitch, which is when you have two pressure plates or switches next to each other, one of the things flips. So it doesn't quite work like you'd expect it to. Now, an example of this, obviously, is here. This left one, is working correctly. Bam, it opens, you can walk through, right? But the one on the right, obviously, is not. So when you step on it, suddenly the door is closed. So, how do we fix this? Well, the first thing you gotta know about is inversion. This is inversion back here. Now, as you see, we start with this in the off position, so that you're getting no signal through the redstone. But then when it goes into this block, it goes to the redstone torch, which is on, so it's inverted. And when you turn this on, it flips it, see? Turns it off, causing this to be off. That's inversion, right there. So basically, depending on if this is off, then that's on, and if this is on, then that's off. Simple, easy, and it's probably one of the most basic advanced techniques that you can use with redstone. So using that, we can solve this door problem easily. So if we have, no, not that side. We have this side is just easy. We have the redstone coming down there and up here and touching the underneath the door, or right beside the door, so that activates the door. And on this side, we have the same thing, except it goes into this block and inverts the signal. So now, when we step on these pressure pads, see, look, it opens and closes. And there we go, we can walk through. Easy, right? Now, there's something wrong with this. I mean, it's a perfectly fine, workable door, and, you can use this, but it sounds kind of weird, doesn't it? One of them's kind of like off by just a tiny little bit, right? So, how do we fix this? Now, it's actually kind of it's about 1/10 of a second off, and the way that we fix this is you use a redstone repeater. The reason why it's so delayed like that is because when it does this little flip, it takes about 1/10 of a second, and that's programmed in. It takes about 1/10 of a second to get the signal to flip. So we use a redstone repeater, which was made specifically for this purpose. Now, this is a redstone repeater back here. You place it on here, and as you can see, depending on the setting, it's got 4 different settings, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Depending on the setting, it will delay by a certain amount. So for example, this one's on 1, so it'll delay by 1/10. You don't really notice it. A lot of these you don't really notice unless it's like in the audio, because visually, this doesn't look much different from this, right? On, right? Very obvious. But in the sound, 1/10 of a second is this. Very obvious. So this is 1/10, and each one goes up by another 10th. So 2/10, 3/10, and 4/10, or 2/5. So that one is obvious now. It's about just under half a second here. And so if you can use these in succession. So for example, if you want a 1-second delay, all you need to do is put 2 of these 4s and then 2 at the end, and you'll get an entire 1-second delay. So how can we use these to fix the door problem? Well, this is an example right here where the doors are now fixed. Listen to this. It's literally happening at the exact same time. Why is this? Because on this side, see, it's normal, just like the old one, where we have the inversion coming out this side. But on this side, we're using a redstone repeater. So the signal comes in here, and it gets delayed by just that 1/10 of a second because it's on the lowest setting here, and then it gets outputted there, and bam. That's just that simple. It's literally that simple. Now, that's great, but this is a little bit finicky. The redstone signal comes in one way, and is output the other way, and there's no other way that you can do it. It has to, the redstone has to be coming in this way and going out this way. There's no, you can't come from the side or stuff. So it's a little bit difficult to use and causes a little bit of space issues, but it does make it nicer in the end. Now keep in mind, with all these door things, you wouldn't just have this out in the open. You'd kind of cover it up with you know, blocks to make sure that it wasn't showing or anything like that, because if it was showing, then it'd be kind of like, well, that's weird. So if you want to keep it nice and pretty, then just cover that up and just have this hallway, and then people will be like, oh, that's really cool. And that's basically it, guys. Those are a couple of tricks that you can use to help you, you know, just use redstone in everyday life, because that's what I'm trying to teach you. I'm not trying to teach advanced things or stuff like that, but you can use these repeaters and you can use the inversion signal to help you with simple redstone mechanics and things like this door. And keep in mind that this also works with the switches too. You just need to put them you know, away from the door, because if you put them next to the door, then it won't work. And that's basically it. That's everything, guys. That is Minecrafting Win. All 9 episodes of it. That's a long way down here. Rather than bore you with a long ending, just, you know, if you haven't already, make an account, subscribe to the channel. That'd be really help me out. I've got some more stuff coming in the future. Yes, thank you, pig. And that's basically it. I made this nice little thing at the end here. You can download this map in the description below, as always, so go ahead and do that if you haven't already. Come check it out for yourself. You might get some more information, and you also get some examples, real-life examples, where you can kind of explore around yourself. And that's basically it. I'll see you guys later.